The city of Alexandria once had a dog pound, where the conditions were so deplorable local residents were outraged. This facility had one attendant on duty to receive animals for 3 hours each week. In 1946, the Animal Welfare League of Alexandria was founded in response to those terrible conditions, and is now one of the oldest humane organizations in the Washington metropolitan area. Our dedicated team of staff and volunteers has worked tirelessly over the past 50 years to forge a strong reputation for excellence, and the dog pound is now more appropriately known as the animal shelter. The Alexandria Animal Shelter is open to the public 7 days a week, 362 days a year. We provide over 45 viewing hours each week, including 3 evenings, making this shelter one of the most accessible in the area. In addition to animal adoption services, the League also conducts numerous community outreach programs, including counseling services for those who have lost an animal companion, pet therapy for the elderly, pet care assistance for shut-ins, and humane education. In response to the tragedy of pet overpopulation, the League works in partnership with area veterinary hospitals to provide reduced-cost spay-neuter services to residents of any city or county. And a bequest from one of the League's original founders, Inez Halber, has created funding for a special spay-neuter program designed for city residents who could not otherwise afford this life-enhancing surgery for their pets. Each year, the Animal Welfare League of Alexandria hosts many special and increasingly popular events that not only raise community awareness of our programs, but also enable us to build on the programs and services we offer. In addition, the League receives donations throughout the year from various individuals, many of them through United Way and the combined federal campaign.
Lions Lane. Check for squirrels.
840, Director.
Animal control services for the City of Alexandria are also provided by the Animal Welfare League. Specially trained uniformed animal control officers are on duty from 6 a.m. until 10 p.m. 7 days a week. These compassionate and dedicated officers rescue injured and endangered domestic and wild animals and enforce state and local animal welfare laws. Our officers investigate and prosecute cases of animal cruelty and neglect.
Make sure that the dog there is okay. Apparently it's been barking and squealing for over an hour. The dog may possibly be in the alley. I have this in 17.
843, Director.
Each member of the animal care team works diligently to provide every animal in their charge with nutritious food, any needed medications, fresh bedding, and a thoroughly cleaned and disinfected living space every single day. Every animal that spends time in the Alexandria Animal Shelter receives large doses of love and companionship. Shy residents receive help with socialization. And active residents get plenty of exercise. We believe that making an animal feel comfortable, safe, and loved are key to recovery, happiness, and adoptability. Every year, that philosophy is reflected in the average of 1,000 animals carefully placed in loving, permanent homes. Remarkably, the League's adoption program is funded entirely by public contribution.
We noticed Dutch's picture in the packet as Pet of the Week about 3 years ago.
I remember when we went to the shelter to check into the possibility of adopting Mike, we all took him for a walk.
We used to go down every week, and we sort of felt like we were pains in the neck, but they never made us feel that way.
We went down to get a dog or look for a puppy for a friend of mine.
When we went down to look at Duffy, and everyone was really neat.
And they suggested I look at this little dog behind the desk.
So then we came back in and we gave him some treats and we sat on the bench and decided we'd just play a little while.
But there was something about her face that just really spoke to us.
She was a really sick girl when I got her. I'd always wanted a Rottweiler.
They brought her out and she was shaking and she was shivering.
And he's been a perfect match for our family.
This lady pointed out Maxwell to me and said, "You should get that cat." And I said, "I don't want another cat."
And she's just been a real nice addition to the family. We wouldn't trade her for the world.
We just could feel that he was one of us. And it's been a good match and everyone's happy.
But people really went out of their way to make sure that it was a good match for them and for us.
And I tell you, I don't think I'd ever get another dog from any place else but the shelter. I got my first one at a pet store, and I got another dog at a breeder. But really, the shelter was just wonderful. The people were great. They came and did a home survey, and I was so nervous that we wouldn't be accepted, but they really helped us out.
We'd go back and adopt more if we had more space, right?
You want a bigger house?
I want a bigger house so we can go back and adopt more chows.
It was a good experience, and I would really recommend it to anyone thinking about getting a pet.
All of this excellent work is being done in the oldest animal sheltering facility in the Washington metropolitan area. We are extremely proud of what we have accomplished in our first 50 years, but the work is not finished, and as the animal care team stands at these crossroads of compassion, it is clear that the journey is just beginning.
Searching high and low everywhere around me, for what I needed was somebody to love me. Never and always touching and being touched. I never knew I could need anyone so much. And now I'm free, loving you and loving me, and I never thought I'd be. I doubted you and I doubted me, but now I see when I thought I was alone, that I was safe in your arms.